Hello soil lovers, Regen Ray here again. I'm at the patch in the Dandenong Ranges here at Farming Secrets HQ, and I was just hanging out with Hugo again. This week we hung out under the ginkgo tree, and if you're not familiar, the ginkgo tree has this beautiful, unique, love heart looking kind of leaf, and is a very powerful tree. It comes with a lot of energy, and they used to plant this ginkgo tree around protected campsites or spiritual spaces. And I thought it was very interesting about what Hugo spoke about today, and the fact that he chose to record this video underneath the ginkgo tree. He talks about being very connected with the land and the spirituality, and that the best farmers are the ones who are spiritual and connected to the land. They're looking at all the environmental factors that matter when it comes to a farming system. And farming is definitely a system. And, you know, I think about the way that my grandparents grow their land in the suburbs, in suburbia, Melbourne. And there is a lot of intuition just when, you know, planting a seed when it feels right, or the distance, you know, something that just intuitively feels good, you know, planting with the moon cycles and understanding the energy vibration of the universe and different signals. And I think, you know, as farming systems have become a bit more reliant on science and technology and machinery and human intervention, we've kind of lost this art form of just doing something that feels right, you know. And so I really encourage you to watch this video with Hugo talking about an amazing book. And, you know, what always blows my mind is that this content was written decades ago, and here we are slowly catching up. And maybe back then people were kind of labeled as crazy thinkers or out too far on the fringes, and now we find a lot of comfort in this writing. So really enjoy this conversation with Hugo, and I'll let Hugo do the rest. Over to you, Hugo.
Hello, I'm Hugo Disler. I'm a co-founder of Farming Secrets with my wife, and we have got Ray Milidoni behind the camera. He's part of our team. So really, thank you, Ray, for coming on board. Though you've been with us for a number of years, it's all good. Now, Ray, what I want to talk to people about today is about this book here. It's a bit dog-eared because I've had it for a long time. It's called The Intentional Experiment, and it's an extremely important book because, and it says on the top of it, your thoughts, using your thoughts to change your life and the world. I want to have a brief chat about that, because at the moment there's a lot of funny things going on, and there's a lot of truth and there's a lot of mistruths in the way things are being handled in this world. And the key point is this, that as one consultant said to me, the best farmers in Australia are spiritual. And when I looked at the word spiritual, I thought, yes, they really are. And this is why I want to have a chat to you about this book. This book's written by Lynne McTaggart. She was a researcher, a journalist, and she wanted to see whether homeopathy was for real or not. And what she discovered was that when she started interviewing physicists in the area of homeopathy, she discovered a complete new world. And that is that there are physicists around the world in many different universities, like Stanford University, found that when they got the instrumentation to look inside the atom, that the atom was pretty well nothing but a seething mass of energy. And that energy went into the universe, and they call that energy the 0 point field. And the word zero doesn't mean naught, it actually means infinity. So that the energy from the atom went into the universe. And wonderful people in the past have been able to tap into that. Naturally, the American Indians, the continental Indians, Australian Aborigines, they could tap into the 0 point field. Now, when this particular consultant said the best farmers are spiritual, it made a lot of sense to me. They had intuition, we call it gut feel, for gut felt, we call it, you know, our mind. We think we know it, it's in our mind. We talk about the heart. But there's science behind it, and this is where the book is extremely important. The physicists around the world worked out that we can actually tap into that 0 point field. we can tap into that universal energy, and the universe actually knows the truth. That sounds a bit strange. How can the universe knows the truth? Now, the extraordinary thing is this, that Rudolf Albert Einstein was able to tap into this universal energy, and for humanity's sake. Rudolf Steiner, again, would tap into this universal energy for humanity's sake. But at the latter years of Rudolf Steiner, around 1920-22, he started to tap into the universal energy for farmers, and he studied the work of Goethe. And when he looked at that, Goethe really worked on the universal energy, and could see that the universal energy had so much impact on humanity. The thing is this, that if more people, more concerned people become aware of the universal energy, and more farmers become, farmers or food and fibre producers become aware of this universal energy and how to tap into it, then things will change. And as it says in this top of this book, using your thoughts to change your life and the world. And I think that's where we've got to go, really. Ray, thank you.